So let's talk medal count. You knew we were going to talk about it. China against the United States. It is officially on. It is officially on for the who is going to win the most gold medals. Team USA, the most decorated team in Summer Olympic history, the most decorated team in Olympic history. 20 gold medals. They lead in both bronze and silvers. There's still not a single country with over 20 silver medals. We have 30 now. There's also not a team with over 20 bronze medals. We have 28. 78 total medals. We're the only team over 75. We're the only team over 55. China now at 53 total medals. But China still with 21 gold medals. They still lead us in golds. And it makes that 4x100 men's swimming relay so breathtakingly close. Because if we had won that, we would have taken one away from China and won one for ourselves. So it would be flipped if Team USA had just won that 4x100. Now, there's still time for Team USA. So, honestly, I think the pressure's on China because Team USA is essentially guaranteed medals in both men's and women's basketball, which would put us up to 22. Noah Lyles is also going to have a really good shot at winning a 200-meter sprint. That could potentially be 23. And so those are the three really big ones left for Team USA, I think. There may be some others that we pick up. But those three, at least, USA is going to have a really good shot at winning. China needs to, I think the pressure's on China. I think if China gets up to 25, they have a really good chance of winning it. But it's going to be really close. It's going to be very, very close. France and Australia are locked into a very good matchup as well for who's going to be third. France has pretty clearly separated themselves overall with 48 medals. They have the second most bronze with 19. They have the third most silvers at 16. And the third most golds is a tie with 13. Australia, all of their medals, I believe, all 13 of those medals are in either swimming, canoeing, or kayaking, which is kind of impressive. All of their golds. Meanwhile, Great Britain also right there at 12 golds, 13 silvers, 17 bronze. So for a little island, Great Britain has done very well for themselves. 42, so they're fourth in the overall medal count. South Korea also right there with 11. A lot of those medals were won early. A lot of those medals were in archery and shooting events. Well, the archery and shooting are done. So how can South Korea respond? Can they pick up a few more? Japan with 10 golds. Italy is nearing that 10 gold medal. I feel like 10 is a good benchmark. Netherlands at 7. Germany at 7. Canada still just 5. And they are at 17 total medals. Brazil is now up to 12 total medals with only 2 golds. Spain is nearing the double digits. They have 1 gold, but 3 silvers and 5 bronze gives them 9 total. Greece is up to 6 with 5 bronze medals. Good for them. And again, continue to look at the medal count. Let's go to the athletes for a second, see if anything we've missed. And again, it's Marchand. It's Tori Husk now with 3 gold medals and 5 total medals. And Molly O'Callaghan, also with 5 total medals. So O'Callaghan took a silver in the 4x100 medley for the women's and a bronze in the mixed 4x100 medley. Tori Husk, she's kind of come out of nowhere. I feel like we don't hear about her all that often. Tori Husk winning the women's butterfly, golds in both the mixed relay and the women's relay, silvers in the freestyle and freestyle relay. She has been incredible at these Olympics. I didn't even really realize this. She's been really, really good. And she's part of that world record team. Let's talk about Canadians. Summer McIntosh. She has 3 out of their 5 gold medals, apparently. Summer McIntosh is up there with a butterfly gold, a medley, individual medley gold, and a 400-meter individual medley gold. That, to me, is the most impressive, by the way, are the individual medley golds. She's won them in 200 and 400, because the medley means you have to do all 4 strokes, which, in my opinion, that's more impressive, which is her winning it, and it's Marchand winning it for France. So that, I'm really impressed by Summer McIntosh, the 17-year-old. She's also, would you consider her to be a phenom? I would. And then you've got these archery guys, WJ Kim and SH Lim out of South Korea. winning the mixed team, women's team, individual for archery. So they've both been very good. Another American swimmer, Reagan Smith, with 5 medals. She took gold in the 4x100 medley, the 4x100 mixed medley, and then 3 silvers. Butterfly, backstroke. Man, that must be tantalizing to be that close 3 different times. But she was very close, but not able to win any of those events. But she does take away 3 silvers. Let's see. Anybody else we want to talk about? There is another athlete I want to talk about in just one second. Another Australian, by the way. Look at this. Kaylee McKeown with 2 bronze, 1 silver, 2 golds, taking gold in the backstroke in both backstroke events, and she beat. Wasn't it backstroke? Yeah, she beat the American that we just talked about. Why can't I remember her name? She beat Reagan Smith in both of those backstroke events. So they went 1-2 in the 100 meter and the 200 meter. Good for them. But yeah, going back to the U.S. versus China thing, I feel like it's interesting. 2 countries that have gone head to head on the world stage politically, internationally, financially, and right now they're battling it out athletically. These are the 2 world powerhouse countries. These are the 2 biggest, most dominant countries in the nation. In the world. Obviously, I'm rooting for Team USA, but I love that this is what this sets up. It's not entirely what it was with the US-Soviet Union rivalry back in the 70s, 80s, but it is a rivalry. I think US versus China is a legitimate rivalry, and I'm glad that we have a rival. It would be boring if we were just the best at everything. Come on, wouldn't it be boring? So I'm glad that we have a rival. I'm glad that it is China.